can you define what you have an innate ability for and match that with what you're willing to hustle to get? Yeah. Sometimes we have an innate ability, but we don't want to work for it. We take it for granted. And we end up doing something that may work, may pay the bills, may get us by day to day, but we don't really like it. We have trouble finding a way to enjoy it. Definitely don't love it.
Like, so many kids were taught to get a participation trophy for something, and they thought, I'm gonna build their self-esteem this way. People can tell your whole life you're a piece of crap, and your brain can go, screw you, I'll show you, and you become somebody. People your whole life can tell you you're beautiful, you're perfect, you're the best, and you can still not believe them, be depressed about your life and think you're a nobody. Your life self-esteem, your self-esteem, esteem for yourself is earned by you doing something difficult for you.
You should have a degree, you should have a good job, you should have a wife, and you should have it together. We watch these programs and they're, this movie, it's an hour and a half long, and within an hour and a half, a person goes from a goofed up teenager to someone who's just settled and got it all going on. And they get the job, they put their childhood bully in his place, they get the girl, fade to black. And we're left to imagine the rest of their life. And what we imagine is left with the last thing that we see. Man, they got it together.
Send me a message, like location, I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter. Ireland, New York, Brooklyn, or Moscow, doesn't matter. Tell me, where?
It doesn't matter. You can also retreat into yourself and you can say something like, all right, I need to retool my conception of strategy, but also potentially my conception of goal. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Maybe I have to look somewhere else. And you can open yourself up to a revelation. So there's a gospel statement that's very relevant to this. So Christ tells his followers that if they knock, the door will open.
Good challenge. And you can work and become good at something that you don't have an innate ability for, but if you can match those two, what do you have an innate ability to do? Because what we have an innate ability to do, when we do that well, we do kind of enjoy it. Yeah.
Person inside. If you pan over here, it's the same thing. Like a car and a person inside. People want to know where I find my strength at, where I get my strength. I get it from a lot of places, but right now, this morning, I'm getting it from, there's not a motherfucker that's up. There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday, and I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day. Stay hard.
Year 2000. So I've got some work to do by the year 2000. Turn of the century. Turn of the millennium. I want to reach the peak of my skills by the year 2000. And then come the next century, I want to utilize those skills in touching every human I can possibly touch for the rest of my life. Those are some of my goals. I want you to establish some of your goals. I want you to give thoughtful consideration to your goals. And why not? If a farm boy can wander out of Idaho and finally arrive at this extravaganza, why not you? If Mark Hughes can walk away from the tough side of town and find a few people and make a dream come true, why not you? If we've got good health for many, why not the rest? If it's happened for you, why not others? And why not you? I want you to take that personal. Why not? Why not? You've got to stay here till you go. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Why not see how much you can do, how far you can go? Now here's number 3. Why not you? I wish I could say that to each of you individually, but it would take a couple of lifetimes to sit down and talk with each of you individually. But I would rather do that. I'd rather sit down and talk with you and your family with the fire burning in the living room than to be standing on this platform. That's my true desire. I'd love to talk to you and your children face to face. That's what I'd really like to do.
It's easy to give up. You know,
Hell
it's
yeah.
easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going anymore.
The
I'm
one,
done.
yeah,
It's
man.
easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
Lasts longer, and which one is stronger? Which one shelters more critters and more birds? Which one, when it's done and over and it's cut down, which one is more valuable for the lumber? People don't go out and say, I'm gonna spend extra money for some pine furniture. They want oak furniture. There's a lot of sentiment expressed on the channel. Boy, Dewayne, I wished you'd have been my dad. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's sentiments expressed on there, that, you know, I'm flattered, but I know better. I don't take it serious. Nobody bursts from their mother's womb.
You know, when I was before I met Camilla, I was coming on to my late 30s. As much as I'm not a person that is guided by timelines, my life had not really added up to what I thought it was gonna be relationship-wise. I thought by that time I would have met the woman I loved, married, and started a family, and that hadn't happened. And I did find myself doing that thing I was doing at the Amazon, looking around the corner. Any prospective possible female I met that I was attracted to, I was like, maybe this is the one. I make the joke, but it's true. It's like at every red light, I'm like checking out who's next to me in the produce section at the supermarket. I'm like, who's in the produce section? You know, it's like looking.
Do it all. Why try to see it all? Why try to have it all? Why do it? Why learn it? Why study? Why put yourself out? Why try to take on this much responsibility? Why develop yourself to the full? Why try to become all that you can possibly become? Why try to earn as much as you can earn, share as much as you can share, develop every skill you possibly can, see every human you possibly can, go to every class you possibly can, touch everybody you possibly can? Why do that much? Why go that far? Why share that much? Why give that much away? Why try to see everything? Why try to do everything? Why try to become everything? That's a good question, why? And you're the only one personally that can answer that question for yourself. You've got to have your own list of whys. Here's what I want you to do when you go home after you've left this extravaganza. Work on your list of whys. One of the big thrusts for success is to come up with a strong enough why. In leadership training, here's what we learn. If the why is powerful, the how is easy. But if the why isn't strong, if your goals aren't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing. From the movie The Professionals. And my personal question to you is, why not you?
What are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors, some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists, some of you have money, some of you have patience, some of you have kindness, some of you have love, some of you have the gift of long suffering, whatever it is, whatever your gift is.
Whatever you do, you've got to be a little bit gone to it. You're not all there. You've got to be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. I do not pay attention to nothing else. There was games of football on yesterday, there was rugby, there was this, there was that. And like normal society is like, let's talk about this, let's engage in this. And I can't do it. I just don't, people are talking to me and in my head I'm counting something. I'm counting up a number, or I'm knee deep in a sequence on the mat or on the feet. That's my life, sequences and numbers, nothing else. I cannot pay attention to nothing else.
So imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on, the ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes?
To do the same thing to them that's been done to them so many times since they bought their first cap gun at the store and it broke when they got home. This fear is the biggest single obstacle that we have to overcome. 80% of the reason why people don't buy is because they're afraid of making a mistake.
And the name of that gym was Iron Asylum, and that was his asylum. He said, this is my therapist. He said, this is what keeps me alive and on the earth. And physical exercise can burn away so much mental and emotional baggage. We're not healthy. And you don't have to go to a gym. Riding horse, man, I come out here some days, I'm like, it's just things starting to gin up a little bit, and I'll go saddle a horse. And I'll saddle a horse and I'll go ride. That's exercise. Biking, getting a mountain bike or hiking. I mean, vigorous stuff where you sweat and you come back sore and hurting and tired and exhausted, but your mind is clear. And I know there's chemical stuff going on in there, and I don't know what it is, but it helped a lot. It helps a lot. The other thing is, the value you place on something has a lot to do with it. Now, let me illustrate it like this. If I was over visiting your house and you had a 1972 Murray riding lawnmower, all right, and that you picked up at a garage sale for $75. And I go out in the backyard and I get on your lawnmower and I get to goofing around and get stupid out there and carry on, and I wind up running that thing into a tree. Now, you're probably not going to get too angry. You're going to shake your head and going to ride me for being an old fool or whatever. But if you've got a 2022 Ford F-350 King Ranch and I get in that truck and I go tooling around in your backyard and getting stupid and goofing off and smash that thing into a tree, now you're going to get mad. What is the difference? The difference is the value that you place on either one of those. Some of us place too much value on ourselves. And that's just the fact of it. When I was a kid, they used to say, man, if I could buy you for what you're worth and sell you for what you think you're worth, I'd make a fortune. And that's true. And it's sad because there's a lot of folks out there today who are going through a real hard time because they don't value themselves at all. They don't see any value in themselves, but then there's others on the other side that we just think we're all that. And because we put so much value on ourselves and we think that we are so special, when somebody does something that we take as they do it to us, they do it against us, we get furious. And the root of that is because we value ourselves so much.
There's 1,000 other guys waiting in the wings who are obsessed with this game. Obsession's going to be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Is it all you ever think about? Let's face it, it's you against you out there. When you walk on that court, you have to think, I am the best guy out there.
I need you to keep talking about what you were just saying. Because I know every motherfucker ain't going to do what I'm going to do. It is. And it could have been the story of mine.
And I tell a lot of people go, what's your biggest fear in life? And my biggest fear, honestly, was, let's say this. Let's say, I don't care if you believe in God or not. I don't care. So let's just play a game with me. Let's say you're God. And we have a big fucking long line of people. And I made it to heaven. I'm 75 years old. I'm 300 pounds. I made it to heaven. I worked for Ecolab my entire life, spraying for cockroaches. That's what I did. But I'm dead. I'm in heaven now. And you're judging us all now. So we're in line. We're all sitting there in line. You have Adam Brown. He has a big board up, and you're talking to Adam Brown about his life. And you rip it down, and I'm next in line. You're supposed to know from the time you're dead to the time time you're born, time you're dead. Whatever the fuck is up there, whatever's going on in life, I want to go up there and not have anything left on the table. I want to drain my soul of every fucking bit.
And everything that you do with a customer affects this perception of risk in some way. So therefore, the very best salespeople sell and position themselves as the lowest risk providers of their product or service, not the lowest price. You see, nobody succeeds simply by fighting on the basis of price, but you can succeed by assuring the customer that your product represents the lowest risk, the best deal, the best choice, the overall preferred solution for his or her problem, all things being equal. And if you put your relationship as the catalytic agent in it, in the final analysis, all sales are made on the basis of relationships.
I'm not just doing this motivational video. Why not you? Why shouldn't you win? No, forget motivational. Let's get logical. Why not you? Actually answer that. Why can't you be somebody that can do something in your business that's never been done before? Why not you? Answer it.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing.
And by the way, why not you? Why not you? Why can't it be you? What about you is less than, that you are telling yourself is less? Why not you? Every one of us is so unique and so special. Why not you?
Just one bite at a time. Okay, be calmer today. Eat better today. Go split some firewood today. Sit down and look at yourself and say, I'm not really all that. Get a more clear view of yourself today and start working on it. But you got to control that temper. You have to. If you don't, you ain't worth a hill of beans. I wasn't worth a hill of beans for years, and you won't either. A hot-headed, temperamental, angry man ain't worth nothing. Ain't worth nothing. All right, they just was dig a hole and push us off in it and cover us up, because all we do is keep this world and our world and those around us on edge and stirred up and just make life harder for everybody else. Okay? So anyhow, hope that helps. Oh yeah, my goodness. Oliva V, Liga Especial. Oliva has a lot of different blends, and they have this Oliva V, but I like this Liga Especial, special blend. It's got more, it has a more complex flavor. It's a fairly medium strength, medium flavor blend, but it's got a little bit more complex flavor than some of them. And so when I reached in to get a cigar this morning, this is what came out, and I thought, that sounds pretty good. I think I'll try that one. All right. So anyhow, wish you guys the best. Hang in there, and we just continue on our journey and keep doing better. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backward. Nobody stays the same. All right, so keep moving forward, and we'll catch you guys next time.